Today is a huge day. Now, a lot of you know what this car is. This thing was at paint for about 2 years. It actually kind of helped me out because I had so much going on here at the shop and so many other people's projects going on that it was basically stored for me for 2 years. But either way, it is back. Let's take a look at it. This thing is awesome. Ryan got a mirror-like finish. This is actually the very first cut, so it actually will need buffed out further than this. I didn't want to go too far on it because obviously we have a ton of work to do. I still need to paint the engine bay and the bottom side of it and all of that fun stuff. We're going to be doing the interior first. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's take a look at this one more time. So I'm going to unload this. We'll get it rolled inside. Got a couple other things I need to finish up, but then we're going to start putting together the interior on this thing. Now it's unloaded and in the shop, I've been trying to figure out where to start. And I think doing the interior is the most important, but there's a catch. If you guys remember, right, over 2 years ago when I posted this video, this thing was just a shell. It came full of parts and it sat in a field for a decade. And long story short, I have no clue if any of the wiring works, how many miles is on this, nothing. So I think the good start is to try to light up this dash and see what I have and to see if anything works. Unlike the 96 and earlier models, this has a digital odometer. So I'm going to have to try to figure out how to light that up. There's no engine harness in it, which shouldn't matter. I think I can just hook up the wiring on the outside and make it work. So it's some questionable wiring and a battery that I don't know if is any good, which it did just arc at me, so it might just be good. We're going to see if we can get power to that dash and light up the odometer. I have high hopes, but not likely it's going to work. This thing smelled like mice so bad when I got it, I'm sure that the wiring in the dash is probably gone. This wiring nut was here already. Don't judge me. I just reused what they had going on. And then I had a ground cable that I hooked up there. And everything seems tight. Good news is no smoke in the dash yet. It's still early. Well, that's not very convenient. I don't even know if the battery's charged up enough to do anything. If it is, then I got major problems. Well, the dash lights kind of light up, but this is not lighting up at all right here. I think I'm gonna grab the battery charger and still just really hope for the best. Well, good news is battery's at 12 volts. Bad news is battery's at 12 volts. So that means technically I should have voltage there and should have some type of dash lights. Oh, I'll come back in and that's lit up, but there is no mileage there. Maybe we got to get the key on or something. The key won't even roll into starter position. Well, that's not ideal. But if you've seen the first video, you know that they ended up tearing this steering column apart because they couldn't find the keys. And then later, I found the keys under the seat. Who would have thought? I have a feeling that they've ruined this lock mechanism so much that I'm not going to get it to turn. I think that I'm going to need to, unfortunately, put a steering column in this just to see it all work before I get started. I really want to strip all the interior out of this and start tearing it apart, but we got to get this to at least work. Got a much nicer column out of this one. It's actually complete with broken fob and all. It's been a while since I've changed one of these. Can't be too hard, right? Should not have said that. So as we get started here, this is always kind of the tough part because I just pulled this cover off and I already see an added inline fuse and I already see 2 relays that were zip tied to something else, so I have no clue what they go to. The valet module, that's got to go. Well, let's just add to these 4 relays and a couple inline fuses and another inline fuse and another cut wire and another 2 relays. This was a really bad idea. I should have never looked. I think this is a good time to call my buddy Ben. This thing's never going to run again. Buy a car sitting in a field, they said. Nobody ever said that. All right, well, let's keep digging. Make sure I get this out of here and do my best at scratching the paint. The good news about having all this extra wiring is So it makes it about near impossible to get the steering wheel column in. So that's fun. I don't even know if I'm going to bolt it up. I think I'm just going to hook up all the wires and see what we have. The only thing I'm not sure is, since the key resistor is going to be different, I might have to put in some resistors and match this key. Well, the airbag connector was different, but whoa! Good news is nothing blew up in my face, and the key turns. That definitely caught me off guard. So, blower motor works. Bad news is we got a security light, and the radio is not going to turn on. So I think we're going to have to try to bypass the vats, which isn't a bad thing anyways. I'm probably going to have to use this column. I guess we're going to learn a few things today. Let's see what I have for resistors. It's hard to get these on there, but this one measures roughly 1860. So I guess I need to dig through my resistors and see if I can make an 1860 resistance. Turns out, I don't have the right resistor. So let's get creative. Junk column. Pull that bad boy off. Use my wire strippers. Take the right keys. I think you guys know where this is going. So technically, I should be able to plug this in, take my key, and hold one on one side, one on the other. I have no security light anymore. They gave me nothing here. Well, that's less than ideal. I really don't even want to start putting this thing together until I can see that all the radio and stuff works. And that's just kind of a problem. It hasn't been pretty. I had to run out in the middle of a rainstorm that's raining so hard that, yeah. Anyways, I got the Corvette put away and everything that needed to go. Other than my poor motorcycle, but it'll be all right. Let's talk about all the things I've done to reveal how many miles is on this thing. First of all, I sorted through all of this. And this stuff has been a nightmare. It went all the way to the hood. We set off if the hood got popped. It went to every door. It had the receiver up in the headliner. It went to the hatch if the hatch popped. It was just crazy. And after doing all that, I found a resistor that just happened to be the right resistance to solder in that piece I clipped off. So I didn't even need to use the key. After that, still was a no-go. I grabbed my wiring harness and I hooked it all up under the dash. Still didn't work. So I put a PCM on it. Still didn't work. Pulled the radio out to find that it had a nasty plug deal going on. I'm gonna have to recrimp all that and shrink tube it because it is just all nasty butt connectors. Still didn't work. Radio is still not working. But then I came up and hooked the grounds to my engine harness. All right, let's see what we have here. Man, I was hoping for something that was going to be super low mileage and say it was a gem, but 156,000, not terrible. Unfortunately, the radio is still not working. Doesn't matter. I'm still going to put a different stereo in it anyways. Actually, I already have it. But after all that work, we have a bunch of crap to clean up under the dash, and then we should be able to start pulling the interior out of this thing to start cleaning up the floor. But that sounds like a job for tomorrow. So I wasn't expecting unveiling the mileage in this SS was going to take the entire video. I was hoping that I was going to have all the interior out of it and it all cleaned up and do a whole interior prep and paint in one video. That's just not how things work sometimes. This took a lot longer than I thought it was going to, and that's all right. That's just part of working on cars. If you like build videos and you like seeing steady progress, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.